Good morning, one and all. Myself, Kavisri S. S6 Civil, SNIT Adur. Today, I am going to discuss about retaining wall. What are retaining walls? Retaining walls are structures used to retain earth or water or other materials such as coal or etc. where conditions do not permit the mass to assume its natural slope. Simply, a retaining wall is a structure that holds or retains the soil behind it. The material retained or supported by a retaining wall is called backfill. The backfill may be horizontal or inclined. Retaining walls are provided to stabilize hillsides and control erosion. Retaining walls are constructed in various fields of civil engineering, hydraulics, irrigation structures, tunnel, mining, and traffic engineering. Now, let's see what are the major parts of a retaining wall. The stem, heel, and a toe slab are the major part of a retaining wall. In the figure, you can see the stem, that vertical portion. It acts like a vertical cantilever under lateral earth pressure. Heel slab acts as a horizontal cantilever under the action of self-weight. And the toe slab acts as a cantilever under the action of resulting soil pressure acting upward. While designing a retaining wall, it is necessary to ensure that it is stable. Before going to the stability conditions, we should know about what are the different forces acting on a retaining wall. The forces acting on a retaining wall are lateral earth pressure, self-weight of the retaining wall, weight of the soil above the base slab, surcharge, soil reactions below the base slab, frictional force at the bottom of the base slab. What is surcharge? The position of backfill lying above the horizontal plane at an elevation of the top of the wall is called surcharge. The retaining wall should satisfy the following stability conditions. Stability against overturning and sliding. The maximum pressure at the base should not exceed safe bearing capacity of the soil. These are the stability conditions for a retaining wall. Let's see what are the different types of retaining walls. Based on stability, retaining walls can be classified as gravity wall, semi-gravity retaining walls, flexible retaining walls, special type of retaining walls. First one, gravity retaining wall. The gravity wall resists the earth pressure exerted by backfill by its own weight or self-weight. They are huge massive structures and often dense. The common dry stone gravity wall is an example for gravity wall. The second one is semi-gravity wall. Semi-gravity walls resist external forces by combined action of self-weight, weight of soil, and flexural resistance of the wall components. It can be classified into two, cantilever retaining wall and counterfort retaining wall. Cantilever retaining walls are the most common type of retaining walls. It consists of a vertical wall, heel slab, and a toe slab. They are reinforced wall which utilizes cantilever action to retain the backfill. They work on the principles of leverage. It utilizes the weight of backfill to resist sliding and overturning. While designing a cantilever retaining wall, it is important to prevent the uplifting of the heel of the base. It makes the wall strong and stable. This is the picture of a cantilever retaining wall. We can see the vertical wall, heel slab, toe slab. Reinforcement are provided. These walls are counterbalanced by a large base and also by a series of horizontal bars and strips extending out perpendicularly from the vertical surface into the slope. The next type of semi-gravity retaining wall is counterfort retaining wall. It is uneconomical to provide a cantilever retaining wall more than a height of 7 meters. So, vertical bracing systems are provided. They are known as counterforts. You can see the transverse counterforts in this picture. Counterfort walls are placed at regular intervals about 1/3 to 1/2 of wall height interconnecting the stem. Next type of retaining wall is flexible walls. The flexible walls can be broadly classified into two: sheet pile walls and diaphragm wall. Sheet pile walls are generally temporary structures made of steel or timber. Based on the structural form and loading system, sheet pile walls can be classified into two: cantilever sheet pile walls and anchored sheet pile walls. Cantilever sheet pile wall use cantilever action to resist the lateral earth pressure. In anchored sheet pile walls, anchors are provided for the stability of sheet pile. The other type of flexible wall is diaphragm wall. They are usually used in congested areas for retention systems and permanent foundation walls. They are constructed by slurry trench technique. Now we are going to discuss about the special type of retaining walls. Mainly there are two: gabion walls and crib walls. Gabion walls are constructed by stacking and tying wire cages filled with the trap rock or native stone on top of one another. Wire meshes are provided. This is a good application for riverbank stabilization. They support vegetation. So, gabion walls are nature friendly. The next is crib walls. Crib walls are made of materials such as wood, concrete, and it can be made even by plastic. Cribs are made of interlocking headers and structures that are stacked like walls of a log cabin. You can see a crib wall in that picture. You can see headers and structures. It can be used only for moderate heights up to 6 meters only. These are the different types of retaining walls. I conclude.